Hey, Tansikakyo, and welcome to Thursday Night Live with Tricksters Comedy. How you doing, fellas?
Hey, how's it going,
Outstanding.
brother? It's always good to be here. It's always good to be here, hanging out with the folks on a Thursday night, hanging out with the bros, talking smack.
I love that opener, man.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just thinking to myself, like, our opener is better than us.
How are we gonna follow that?
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah. You follow that one up. I can't
Yeah,
be
no kidding. No
I can't
kidding.
follow that one up.
Hey, did you guys see the thing on the news about Trump's hand? That he
No.
Oh
was
yeah, the syphilis.
yeah, he's got syphilis. Trump's got syphilis.
No.
No,
Really?
no, they
Don't,
just
don't
Oh,
quote me on that.
they're
Don't quote me.
saying that he
But they're
does,
saying he waved and he's got some blood on his hands or whatever, right?
or he
And
has blisters from doing some labor.
yeah, exactly.
Trump
So
doing labor. Trump
yeah,
doing okay.
Yeah,
but
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 syphilis
the
was
media
even
went with it. The media
yeah.
ran with it and said that said, this is him. He's got syphilis.
I wonder if that was the left wing side saying that, right?
That's
Yeah,
from grabbing all those peas. That's from grabbing all the P
yes,
words. That's what that's from.
that man earned his syphilis sores.
But the thing is that, like, syphilis, from my understanding, actually affected more your head and face, where you
Ah.
get like holes in your face, not on your hands. So when I saw that, I laughed at that too, right? Because it's
So
kind of
it's
like,
like,
okay,
yeah, when
well,
I had it, it
yeah.
was totally just on my face, all on my lips. It was nowhere else, not on my hands or nothing.
The third time was crazy though.
Yes,
You
yes.
should see the third time. I was really affected.
Okay, we
Well,
gotta
that's what.
stop.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we're always starting off when we go straight to the STI content. Antibiotics, right? We were talking about how one of the boys used to carry around penicillin or whatever, just in case.
Preventative antibiotics is what it's called.
Oh man.
It was preventative.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what the wrestlers used to do when they went down to Mexico. We used to get preventative antibiotics. I thought.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then you also hear stories about there too when people come back, like the what do they say? What is it called? Montezuma's Revenge or something like that? Is that in
Drinking the water.
Mexico? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. And
that's
and they
Mexico. Yeah.
come back and they get sick for a long time or something like that,
Well, it
right?
usually happens like within like 12 hours. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
usually when you're on your trip, you get it.
Oh yeah. So it's for within the first 12 hours when you get there from drinking the water or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. If you drink the tap water or anything else like that, that's where you get it. And the big thing too is that a lot of the resorts, the ice that you get, you have to go to, like, if you go to a really shitty resort, yeah, you get a great deal. But they use the ice. They say, oh, they give you bottled water all the time, but the ice from the ice machines is just the regular water, so you actually get it
Right.
from
And
the
nice.
ice. Yeah,
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 for sure you would. As if they're gonna take their Evian bottles and fill up the ice.
exactly.
Like, too rich. That's what I do on payday.
Whenever I travel, I'll grab a bottle and I feel all fancy, like in that fancy way.
Yeah.
I'll get a bottle of the Voss water, but the thing is, I'll use that Voss water bottle for like my entire trip, and I just keep refilling it and whatever else, right? But it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, for sure.
$5 for a liter, not even a 750 mils of water. But I'll
Right,
use the
right.
bottle. It's a great bottle that I don't care if I lose, right?
Yeah,
If
it
I
makes you
pay,
look pretty deadly.
oh yeah, and I just like all fancy, like, right? So.
Yeah, for sure. Or you take it, or you take the one out of your hotel room in a bag of chips for like $15.
Oh,
Oh, I
dude.
don't touch those
They're
ones.
they're so expensive, dude.
I haven't been in a hotel where they actually had a mini bar in, like, I don't even remember last time.
Oh, yeah, same here. I don't think I ever seen a hotel with
Yeah.
a mini bar for a longest time.
Yeah, for like 10 years. And
Yeah. But they do have they still have the every once in a while you see the peanuts in the pop. But shit, where?
I can't even.
In Saskatoon, I'm sure. What's up, Sheraton?
Oh, really?
I think
Well,
so.
the Sheraton has the best freaking beds in
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah,
by
and it's
far.
got that good hotel. That good hotel. Are you okay?
My computer just flopped on me here.
Oh, I thought you just did a backflip.
Yeah, that's what I did. Because I
No,
can do backflips.
Sheraton has that good hotel feel to it. When you first check in, you want to go running and like drop a big elbow on the
Oh, totally.
bed
Because the
and order
mattresses
room
are like
service.
like 3 feet thick. They're better than the Bez, and
Yeah.
not that I bet in the Bez lots either.
Yeah,
But the
Yeah.
Sheraton
Oh yeah,
were,
I've been there several times.
Yeah, you probably just called there to
Last
smudge
week.
it. They asked you to smudge it because they know it's haunted. There's Corey just smudging it around there.
Acting Wakam.
Yeah, acting deadly. Just burning incense all over the Bezbro.
There's only one way to get rid of these ghosts, boy. Don't build any more shit on an Indian burial ground. Fuck.
Hello.
Didn't you watch Poltergeist?
Yeah.
They used real skeletons in that. Remember in the pool?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they
actually
did.
used real skeletons because
Yeah.
they were cheaper than the like
The
plastic
fake ones.
back then. Yeah.
I guess. That's weird, eh?
That is weird.
Yeah, I think it's a little too much, I think.
And they didn't tell the actress until after the scene that they were actually real skeletons.
So that they get the natural reactions.
Well, just the fact that I don't think she would have done it otherwise.
Yeah. She probably would have had a worse natural reaction had she known prior, you know what I mean? But then if I was her, I'd be like, is this union approved? You know,
everything is
does the union allow the use of dead bodies, like actual skeletons?
Yeah,
well, that's like on Die Hard when they dropped
they're French.
What was his name? The guy from Harry Potter. Remember when he falls off on Die Hard?
Snape.
Yeah. So Snape, I forget his real name. He just passed away a little while ago. Great actor. But when they actually did that, when they dropped him, they told him they weren't going to drop him, and they just wanted to get his facial response. But they actually dropped him, and he didn't know what was happening. So when he was falling, he fell 30 feet, and he had no idea that this was happening. So the reaction he did was actually legit. So.
Wow. Well, imagine if somebody could get a heart attack from that.
Oh, yeah. Someone's not healthy, whatever else. Speaking of movies, I actually watched, I was going through like movie clips and everything else, and it's like ridiculous. So I was watching clips of Tropic Thunder and Dances with Wolves before we got on the podcast here. So it's like,
what? Shigamari Tataka, Oachi, Miaelo. That's a very end there.
And then you mix Tropic Thunder in there, where you got a white dude playing a black dude, feeling he's discriminated for being a black dude, but he's really white.
Yeah.
And there's some lines in there.
What was his one line? He was like, "You don't know what my people been through."
And the rapper goes, "Your people."
Yeah.
Your people.
I don't think they could get away with that movie nowadays.
Oh, not a chance.
But it was so funny back then, though, man. It was absolutely hilarious. It's still funny, yeah. Like there's a number of
stuff from back then that you'd never get away with any of that stuff nowadays for sure. Archie Bunker shit, eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Archie Bunker, like that was freaking awesome. All in the Family. Like that was
hilarious. That's like, have you went back and watched a movie that you thought like you're a kid and it was absolutely freaking hilarious to you, and then you watch it nowadays and you're just like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, one of those
story.
Eddie Murphy Raw.
Never ending story. Way too weird, man.
I told my daughter that it was
that fucking awesome animal, whatever that thing is.
What was that? What was it? And then it dies in the mud.
White snuffleupagus.
And it's like it sinks in the mud. And I told my daughter, like when she was just a little squirt, "Oh, this is a great movie. We're watching it," and she's looking at me like,
Atreyu.
Yeah. This is terrible. What's the matter with you guys?
Dora now or something?
Yeah,
that's like that Eddie Murphy Raw. Hey, same thing. Like when I was a kid, hey, Dad sent everybody. My late dad sent all the kids to bed, and I forget where Mom was. Mom was on some sort of business trip or something, right? So Dad sent all the kids to bed, and he said, "You stay awake. You know, we got a chat." So I'm thinking, "Oh, okay, what's going on here?" And he goes, "Look, I rented Eddie Murphy Raw. You know, I want to put the kids to bed, and I want to watch this with you." It's hilarious. And I watched it, and it was the funniest thing I've ever watched. It was
Raw or
so
delirious?
raw. Eddie Murphy raw.
Serious? Was he
Yeah.
wearing the blue or the red?
With the red. Yeah.
The red.
The
The
red.
red is. I thought that's
No,
delirious.
that's delirious. That's delirious.
Oh, is it delirious? Yeah,
Red
yeah.
is
Yeah,
delirious.
yeah. With
Raw
the
is
ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
raw,
yeah, yeah,
raw was the
yeah.
letdown. Raw was the letdown.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
when it came
Yeah,
to blue.
no, it was when he's like, and then your big ass bunny falls down the stairs. Oh,
Yeah.
my mom, help me, I fall down the stairs again. Just and he's like, and your
Yeah.
uncle's in the back trying to start the barbecue. He had
Yeah,
too much
yeah.
gas.
That's
Now
fire.
that's a fire.
Yeah, that was good, man. I think everybody
Oh.
knows like all of the routines, like in the Goonie
Oh.
Goo Goo and
Ice
and
cream. I
What
got
the
some
fuck
ice
is that
cream.
Goni
I
Go
yeah,
Go?
yeah,
got
some
some
ice cream.
ice
Yeah, for
Your
sure.
dad's
Right?
on welfare. You got no ice cream.
Yeah.
And then his ice cream falls
You
off.
can't afford it. You can't afford it. You're on the welfare, and your daddy's an alcoholic.
Yeah, so I watched that with my kids like a while back, right? Watched it with them, and I was like, hey, I think you're finally old enough to watch this movie. You gotta check out this show here, right? So I put it on. Oh my god, that was the cringiest thing. And like my kids at the time, were like they've never saw something like this before, ever, right? And I'm thinking like, oh, there's gonna be a dad moment that I had. I had a dad moment like this, and now I'm gonna have a dad moment here, right? And it's so cringy, man. There's some spots that are just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then the kids are like looking at me like, Dad, what are you making us watch?
Yeah,
Why? And
Why?
I'm like, watch. It's goody goo goo. Just wait till it gets to goody goo. It's hilarious, right? And then it gets there, they're like, I don't know. Can this
didn't
is
hit the
really
same, eh?
appropriate? Like,
Did it hit the same at all? No way.
not at all. Not at all.
That's
Not at
Well,
all.
you know what? I watched some Richard Pryor, and I remember watching Richard Pryor and listening to it on records back in the old days.
Yeah.
And it was so hilarious. Then watching it now, his delivery's phenomenal. He's funny and everything else, but it just doesn't have that same punch. Right? Because and I don't know, maybe it's because I know the jokes, I know the punchlines, everything else, but it's just quite not the same, and then maybe that's the same thing. So
or could it be that things have like the line has been pushed that much farther? Like not necessarily saying the bar, but the line, right?
Yeah,
like how you can only swear, you can only say MF for so many times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then how many times can you go back to the well? And the first time everybody loves it. The second time it's pretty good. The third time,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Like
it's kind of
like the half Eddie, half.
Oh yeah, they're talking about the divorce.
Yeah, when he finds his African woman, he marries her. Then his African woman comes to the U.S. and then she realizes
and they Americanize her. Yeah. They Westernize her.
Yeah, half Eddie.
Yeah.
Actually, I was watching Coming to America. I've actually watched it like twice in the last.
That's a great show. Yeah. That one's
movie.
a classic. I like it.
And I just kind of have it in the background, and it's just hilarious. The McDowells and with his wife that he's supposed to marry there, and she's like barking like a dog. And
Yeah. That was crazy. I liked it, man. It was a good show, but it was like that was the one that had Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall in it, right?
Yeah, Arsenio Hall in it.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Those guys were always funny whenever they were together, right?
Oh yeah,
dude,
you could tell they were legit buddies.
Oh, dude, Arsenio Hall's like one of the most slept on, funniest people. He is absolutely freaking hilarious, right?
He made kind of a comeback, did he not? Like recently, he's been doing some stuff. I thought, or within the last little while. I think so.
Awesome. I hope so, because he was hilarious.
Yeah.
In the one scene where they have them, where they're looking for a girlfriend and they're interviewing all these girls and stuff like that, and he plays, he dresses like a woman for one of the roles. And
there we go again with the putting on a dress thing.
Put it on the dress thing. And he was, out of all the different characters that came on there as his date, because they had the twins who spoke in unison and this and that, but like his was just hilarious because he's almost convincible as a woman, but then it fucks with your mind type of thing. So he kind of like, right? And he's like licking his lips and shit, right? So, But no, I love that movie. Like I said, I watched it like 2 times in the last week. Like just in the
Right.
background because I have tinnitus, so I can't be in a quiet room. Like I have to have some background noise, otherwise it sounds like someone's yelling in my head all the time. So I
Oh,
have to have
nice. Yeah,
something
yeah.
on.
Nice.
So
Sorry, I don't mean to. Yeah, nice. No, I mean that like nice. Like I get it.
Yeah.
I like for instance, like if we weren't, if it like I have the fireplace going on TV. You
Yeah,
know, like not a
just
real
something.
fireplace. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like when I like if I was working, like doing some
Yeah,
work here, then the fireplace sound would be on, like our fireplace was on. Or sometimes I
just
use
something.
that the white noise or the brown noise.
Yeah, totally. Because
Yeah,
otherwise it sounds like and just because it's like a yelling in my head otherwise. So like
right.
even when I go to sleep, I got the TV on. Not that I'm watching it, but I just have to have something on, right? Some white noise.
Do you like the glow? For me, like I'm the same. I sleep with the TV on as well. Not necessarily with the sound
Hmm.
really up, or watching, but just I like the glow.
The
You
glow
know what I
from
mean?
it, yeah. Because if I do wake up in the middle of the night, like if I just like because I have sleep apnea as well, right? So
Oh,
I got the big elephant on, whatever
the
else, right?
what's it called? The CPAP, right?
CPAP,
CPAP.
yeah, CPAP. So, but sometimes I'll fall asleep without it on, and then you kind of wake up all panicky and freaked out. And but with
Oh
having the glow
no.
from the TV,
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, it's okay. I can see what's going on. Heck, before I got the
Oh
CPAP, it was
yeah.
crazy. Like my wife, like I'd wake up in the middle of the night not knowing what was going on, and
Like a
I'd be
panic.
totally panicked. And I'd be patrolling in the house. We had holes in the walls. I jumped up on the bed, and the ceiling fans going and hitting my head.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've,
it was it was
I
crazy.
get I get the panic thing. Like I've had that before, where we're trying to like almost falling asleep and then wake up with a panic,
Yeah,
and then I'm wondering if I have the apnea, because some people have said that
you.
could be you being out of breath.
Well, I guarantee you do, Wable, because they said if your neck is bigger than 17 inches, the weight actually of your neck itself
The
causes the
muscles
sleep
are
apnea. Yeah.
right,
So
right,
once I got it,
Well, I got like
it's
3
been
necks that are like 19 pounds.
right. That's why you're awake. You
bro,
stay awake
bro.
24/7.
But I can still breathe. I'm Cree.
Yeah.
but
Clifford
once I
Needpoos,
got
what's
it,
up, my man? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in
oh,
and commenting.
hey, Clifford. But once I got it, I'm telling you, it was a life changer. It was awesome.
Right.
It was like,
Yeah, I
holy
bet.
shit, I can sleep for like 4 hours, 5 hours in a row, type of thing.
Got what?
It was like,
Syphilis?
I just willed that away. I willed it away.
Yeah.
I listened to a
I
Jocko podcast and I willed it away.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, because discipline is freedom,
That's right.
and yeah, discipline is freedom. And what's the other guy's name? Goggins. I just
David
told him to
Goggins.
get the
Yeah.
fuck out of my way, or whatever. He's just
Look at that.
constantly.
Yeah.
David Goggins right there.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Is
yeah.
that's my daily journal for it. But to
Yeah,
David
I
Goggins.
like. I really like the thing that he says. What is do something that sucks every day,
Yeah.
and it's so true, right?
Yeah.
Like something that you're uncomfortable with, like fucking jogging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's because really that's a huge thing. And people like comfort, where we
Yeah.
become complacent and we don't like to do anything that challenges us at all. We just want to take the easiest, least challenging thing as we go along. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
So okay,
that's
so try
where
and do something that sucks every day.
where
Yeah.
the cold plunge comes in, because that's
Do you do that shit?
oh yeah, because I got a cold
Oh yeah,
plunge
you
in my
said that.
home. Yeah, because I
Right.
got
Oh yeah. Right.
yeah,
Right.
because I said before I got the sauna and the cold plunge, and the
Isn't that
cold
just a
plunge is like
bathtub?
no. Well, basically, but like you go in there and it's like, what do you? Then you sit there for 3 minutes, you get out, and you feel like you just accomplished something huge, but it really
I
isn't
bet.
all that big of a deal. But
Yeah.
you feel
Yeah.
outstanding because it sucks, especially for the
See,
first like 30 seconds, right?
right,
Yeah.
I bet. Does it have something to do with like your the discipline of it, right? Like or being
Oh
able
yeah,
to manage your thoughts through.
yeah.
Is that what the benefit is? Like when you're done that, like you feel in better control
I
of
feel
your.
when I do it, like when I go in there, it's like it takes your breath away, right? and you
Corey,
sit in
quit
there.
texting whoever that is. I want to know you. Show us your phone. Who are you talking to, and when are you going to marry this chick? What the What are you doing? Who is she?
She's on Tumblr.
Can't say see that, but
Yeah, I'm on Tumblr.
he's
I'm
probably
updating my Tumblr.
How does that work there? Swipe left, swipe right, or which way are you swiping there?
I'm on Bumbler. Oh, dude, I got the craziest story. Actually earlier this week, right? So earlier this week it was freaking cold, right? And like I was running out of groceries because I was just cooped up in my house for the last number of days during this cold spell. You know, the offices shut down, had nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Although I did go into Regina, so I went to go into Regina to go shopping, right? So I went in to the city. And, you know, I went into the grocery store and I just needed a few things. You know, I just want to get some oranges and, you know, just a couple things. It wasn't really that much. I just needed to get the hell out of the house is what I needed to do, right? So I went driving into Regina. I pulled in there, right? And, you know, I'm walking through the aisles and I noticed this lady really looking at me, right? She's just looking at me and I'm wondering, what the hell is this lady looking at? So she's sitting here following me around through the store. And, you know, I'm a big brown dude. I'm used to getting followed in stores. This is what I thought what was happening, right? So this lady starts following me. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to try lose this lady. I'm going to play a game with this lady. I'm going to try lose her, right? So I'm running in and up and down the aisles and things like that. And this lady keeps watching me, keeps following me, right? And then so I started walking even faster. And next thing you know, I'm speed walking down the meat aisle and that kind of thing. And she's keeping up with me. And I'm thinking, what the hell is the matter with this lady? Like, did she think I freaking stole something, right? So I'm flying down the aisle and this lady's following me. And, you know, and I started zigzagging up and down aisles and stuff like that. And I went to go hide. So I went to go hide in an aisle thinking, you know, she's never going to find me. So I did a little switcheroo, you know, cut back switcheroo type of deal. And I ended up in the women's bra section, right?
Oh, no.
The bra section there, because who's going to look for a big brown guy hanging out in the bra section? You know, it was a little awkward, you know, making eye contact with some of the ladies there. Just, shh, you know, I'm telling them, shh, right? But because they're trying to buy their bras. So this lady finds me, you know, and I'm like, oh shit. Okay, so I get out and I'm like, yeah, I noticed you follow me around the store, you know, like do you work here? Are you following me just because I'm a big brown guy? She's like, no. And I said, well, I don't work here. I noticed you follow me all over the store. You know, is there something that I could do for you? Right. And then she's really looking me up and down, not in a sick way or anything like that. Right. She's really looking me up and down. And she goes, you know, you really look like my dead son-in-law. It's like, holy, real deadly. You know what I mean? Like, okay. You know, she goes, yeah, you really look like my dead son-in-law. You know, I paused for a second. I listened to this lady, and this lady was, you know, really looking at me, and I can see, you know, the sincerity in her eyes as she's looking at me, right? And she goes, you know, on my way out of the store, can you just say goodbye? It would really give me closure because I never got to say goodbye to him before he passed. You know, and he passed very, you know, in a very tragic way. And, you know, it really helped me get closure if you could say goodbye on my way out the store. So I said, okay, yeah, I could do that. It's not hurting anybody, and you know, it'll help this lady out here. So, you know, I resume to go get my stuff. She goes on her way, I go on my way, you know, and I'm only getting a few things, $20 at the most, $20, right? So, you know, I go up to the lineup and I see her standing there, you know, a couple people ahead of me, and she's looking back, looking around, sees me, and oh, hey, how's it going? You know, gives me a wave. I wave back to her. And then she goes to pay for her stuff, and she's got a bunch of stuff there. She gets her stuff and she goes, and she's walking on her way out the store, and she stops and she looks back, and she's looking at me, and, you know, I could see this look on this woman's eye, you know, so I looked at her and gave her a wave and said, goodbye, Mom. Goodbye, my mom. You know, and she smiled all nice, you know, and waved back, and off she went, right? So she goes walking out the store, and I was thinking, okay, you know, there's my good deed for the day. You know what I mean? There's my good deed for the week. There's my good deed for the month. I am so pure. You know what I mean? I just helped this lady out. This is my purity right here, you know? So I get up to go pay for my stuff. It was literally just some bread, some milk, and a bag of oranges, and that was it. It was like $20, right? So I go pay for my stuff. Guy rings it up, and the bill comes out to $375, and I'm like, what? $375? This is like, man, inflation's getting out of control here, right? And then she goes, no. Your mom told us that you would pay for her bill. And I'm like, no, dude. That's not my mom. She has a dead son-in-law. She's like, and I was trying to explain it to let him know, and he's like, and he's not letting me get my groceries, right? And I fucking drove in from Fort Capel to get my groceries, right? And I'm like, dude, like, I'm not actually I'm her dead son-in-law, right? He's like, well, you're very much alive, sir, and your mom said you would pay for her bill, so you got to pay for it. It's $375. And I'm like, hold on. I got to get this sorted out, right? So I think she noticed this, and she starts walking really fast out the store, right? So I start, running up to her, and and she sees me, and she takes off even faster, right? And I take off faster. She's running real fast. I'm running real fast, and I'm like, hey lady, come here, you got some explaining to do. I just want to get oranges and bread and milk, and that's it. Like, you got to come and explain this to the guy, and she starts walking even faster. So I grabbed one of those carts, right? And I pushed the cart as hard as I could, and the cart just went flying because she had a head start on me. So the cart just went flying down the parking lot there, smacked into her. She flipped, went rolling around on the ground, right? And I ran up to this lady, and I started pulling her leg like I'm pulling yours.
Yeah, I started
what the hell was that?
Catching on near the end there. How's your reception? It looked like we were lagging for a bit. Keon, did you see that?
Yeah.
Keon
I actually I hardwired in now, so I should be okay now.
But I was lagging there too, like on my end as well. Like, it showed that we had a weak signal or something like that.
I hardwired myself in now because I was using Wi-Fi before, but I don't know Wi-Fi, but it might be the weather.
It's Corey. His fucking shitty smudging. He didn't do it.
No, man. No, this is Fort Capel internet. I swear to God, Fort Capel internet is so bad. And I tried calling them saying, hey, your internet's really bad. Well, it's the same as in the city. No, it's not. Don't give me that baloney. Because I go to the city, I did speed tests, and then I did speed tests here, and they're vastly different. Like,
seriously?
Oh yeah, Fort Capel internet is crap.
Well, what about that? What's his name there? The Starlink stuff. How's that?
That is outstanding. I actually have Starlink, and I use that over the last couple of summers at our campground. And my internet is better with Starlink than it is in Regina.
But you also pay like 5 times the cost. I mean, be real.
No. I think I paid $109 a month for it. And then the initial cost was $700, but now it's like $300. But
because like if you watch like 3 YouTube videos and you've maxed out your Starlink.
No, it's unlimited. It's unlimited.
Oh, you got unlimited on there?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
really?
Unlimited.
For $300 a month?
No, for $100 a month.
And 300 is just the join up fee, right?
Well, $300 was to buy the hardware.
Oh,
right.
So, and then it was $100 a month, and then it was, and because it's I had the like a camping version of it, I can cancel it and start it whenever I wanted to. So it was ideal because I'd be out there for June, July, August, and part of September, and I just used it for then. I could work out there. My internet was better. The only thing is that about every 90 minutes, it would buffer for about 10 seconds, and that was it. But it was overall, it was more reliable than my SaskTel internet in Regina.
Wow, that's why everybody had that. Remember, everybody was always telling stories about seeing the lights. Remember, because there'd be like a row of lights. Oh my God, I saw a UFO. They had to be aliens, but they're like always those Starlink things, right?
Oh, the Starlink, yeah. And aliens.
As well as aliens, of course. Yeah. Well, there's got to be something else.
Romulans,
right?
As well as Romulans.
There's got to be some other. There's got to be like forms of life someplace else. There's been
guaranteed.
too much weird. Too much weird
Guaranteed.
shit.
I agree 100%. I don't care what anyone says. I think there's aliens. I think they're around us. I think they're among us. And
Probably among as well. Yeah, I would think so, right?
yeah. Lots of
Well,
us
it's like
do.
it's like the Bigfoot movies, right? Like you watch the Bigfoot videos, and there's tons of Bigfoot videos, and there's tons of alien. Yeah, that's what I think. I think aliens are cap. I don't think they're real. I think
Seriously?
they're baloney. Yeah, seriously. I think that there's because look at the math. We we've done the math. So yeah, maybe way out somewhere where we're never ever gonna see because the light ain't gonna reach us before the end that the Earth comes to an end, right? And all of these physicists are all saying that yeah, there's a definite possibility when you do the math for sure, but it's so far that by the time we realize that they exist, that aliens are real, we're gonna be long gone, like millions of years long gone, hundreds of millions of
Think, eh?
years long gone, right?
And what
But
about
the
So
what
like,
universe,
about Bigfoot? What about Bigfoot? I
well,
believe
here's the thing,
I
right?
believe Bigfoot is
Here,
there,
well,
but it does. Everyone thinks he looks like a fucking monkey or an ape or something, right?
yeah.
That's why I think
Well, see, the alien.
the videos are fake. I think there
Well, the
is Bigfoot.
alien
yeah.
The videos are
videos, like the Bigfoot videos and the alien videos, when you watch those videos, it's like they're just crap videos, man. Like
fake.
we live in 2024. We can shoot in 4K. We can shoot in 8K for fuck's sakes. You know what I mean? Why aren't
Yeah.
we watching this? So like I did a little bit of research because I got a little funny clip that I was posting uh, about the star people, right? And just leave the star people alone. Why you bother the star people? You look what happened when you tried to bother our big brother Bigfoot. All you got was shitty video and conspiracy theories. That's all you got. You know, look at the, so I started watching some of these videos that are from like people in Miami, supposedly, you know, recorded some aliens on video, and all you fucking see is people just running around, screaming around. The camera is so fucking shaky that you can't. And then there's like an arrow pointing, so you try pause it to see what the arrow's looking at, and it's a black blotch. Like,
Yeah.
that is really, really,
Yeah.
really. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't
But-
know. Like,
So what's the deal with that Area 51 then?
we should have rushed Area 51.
With sage and sweetgrass.
Why didn't we rush Area 51? You know how
And
many
ribbon
people showed up
skirts
to
and ribbon
Area
shirts.
51 and Coney? Remember Coney? What the
Coney.
hell?
You're the only one. Me and you are the only ones that remember that guy and that
Yeah,
whole
I
thing.
think so.
Hey, do you remember there used to be a website called Twitter? Do you remember? Way
Yeah.
back?
Yeah. I don't know, bro. There's only X right now. That's all there is.
well, they call
hardly go there.
down in Miami and Louisiana, they call the Sasquatch something else. They call it something different. I forget what they call it.
Yeah, well, I tried to watch videos of those things, and you know, the videos are such crap. Like, we live in such a modern day and age that you'd think even freaking satellite images would be able to catch these things, right? But they're not, right? And even like, did you watch those videos when they try to have a hearing about there's life out there, or and then they tried to show like the American military tried to show their videos. Their videos are all shit too. All of them are crap. You know what I
Well,
mean?
there's
Like,
the last one is the jellyfish one that just came out the other day. There's a jellyfish one over a base in Iraq, I think it was, and they showed it. And it looks like a jellyfish just floating around. But again, it's really shitty footage. Really,
yeah,
shitty footage.
like why don't we ever get 4K footage? You know what I mean? Like, if these things are real, and if you think that these things are physically as a real thing, you know, that you can look, touch, feel, smell, you know, take out on a date. Just kidding.
Or are they doing
Swipe
that?
right on Tinder on, you know what I mean?
You never know. You never know. Maybe you have dated
Wow.
one.
Or are they doing
Wow.
that so that we do dismiss it on purpose?
I don't know, man. I don't know, because there's far too many people in this world with smartphones, right? And some of these smartphones are light years ahead of even 10 years ago, right? In terms of what you can capture and what you could do with them. And they're I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know. I dated
know.
some women for a while, and I still don't have a picture of them. And there's no picture of them anywhere because they didn't want to have pictures done of them.
And the only memory you have left is syphilis.
The gift that keeps on giving. With that, fellas, let's go to the throwback video for the week, shall we?
Okay, let's go to the throwback video. It's a short one. It's live on our YouTube channel right now. You can watch that. So let's give it a watch.
Nietzsche. Funk. Yeah.
6,000 years in the making, bridging the traditional warriors of old to today's concrete soldiers. The all-new Air Muckluck. Whether it's slamming the winning dunk, tracking a prize whitetail, dashing into the end zone, or just on the run, the all-new Air Muckluck with beaver tail grip, elk sinew laces, Arctic wolf pelt uppers, all put together with crushed moose lips. The all-new Air Muckluck, getting you where you were already going. Coming soon in waterproof baby seal.
Yeah. It's okay. It's alright. What's your number, baby? I think I need you tonight.
I love that. Those are pretty fly, man. Those would look awesome for wrestling.
They
I
were
still-
so dangerous.
They were. Remember?
We were out at Taylor Field and we're doing this. We only had one pair, so we're all just changing it and wearing it, right? And we're out at Taylor Field and flip. There was the frost on the Taylor Field, and like we could barely stand on them. Like what you see on the clip is just the parts where we weren't falling on our asses. Like it was so slippery.
Now that's a real throwback. Did you see Taylor Field?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say that's old Taylor Field, man, right there in the hood.
Yeah,
in Regina. Love that place.
Yeah, so like to go back to the old Bannock Boys stuff, right? How we got Taylor Field was we were literally in production, and they're like, "Where do you want to shoot this?" Well, we could shoot this in the back, and I think we had originally planned to shoot it on our fictitious Broken Elbow Reserve out at Buddy's place there at Regina Beach Campground or whatever that was, right? Yeah. and we actually did shoot some of it, and that's where you see me running down the road, right? Yeah, and fuck, did that hurt running down that road, man? Like I was feeling every single rock, right? And I had to like act past this, and I'm like, shit, you know what I mean? Like these damn mucklucks, you know? So then while we're in production, someone called Taylor Field and they're like, "Hey, can we come and shoot there?" They're like, "Oh yeah, come on, oh yeah, come on over. We can shoot over here. Oh yeah, buddy, come on down. You can shoot over here, buddy."
Well, they let you in there at least.
We literally just walked in and like, okay,
yeah, and it was cool. They were cool. Everyone was cool. They're like, "Yo, do you need anything there, buddy?" It's like, "No, man, we're good." Right? Just so that we ended up shooting there. Like literally just drove up. You see Buddy's truck in the background because we literally just drove up and it was freaking cold that day. It was frosty that like we'd have to warm up in between takes, right? Because you're trying to wear this. And then we made Sean go way down to the other end of the field.
Right, dude. We're gonna run all the way to the other side of that field.
He's all blown up by the end of that. Holy shit. Probably be sore.
Like 5 times, dude. We made him do that. Like, go.
Do it again. Let's do it again.
No, it's got to look like you're really running further than what you are, right? Next thing you know, he's down at the other end of the field in these slippery ass mucklucks.
And I think we end up using the first take anyway.
After seeing all that other stuff was just for fun.
What was her joke on set? One more for safety.
Yeah, one more for safety.
Just in case.
Oh man, yeah, that was a funny skit actually. And then when we were first writing that, we were trying to think of like what's some endangered species that we can mucklucks out of. And at that time, yeah. coming soon and waterproof baby seal, right? Because at that time, that was like there was an Inuit singer or something like that who was like getting in a big row with PETA and all these people. Remember back in the day when Twitter existed and it's only shitty pictures now?
Yeah, totally.
And then she's getting in a big row. So like baby seal was like the issue, right? Because people were clubbing seals, but that's what Inuits do, right? That's their culture. That's what they're not clubbing them en masse, right? Which was her point. But everyone else was like, oh no, they're just fucking out there, just fucking clubbing them by the thousands. And then you had like these commercial fisheries. Well, if the Inuit can club them, how come we can't do anything about it? It's like, bruh, like
You guys are
you're
just
a
doing it for
commercial.
fun.
You're a commercial fishing outfit. You're gonna go club like 10,000 of them. You know what I mean? 10,000 of them.
Fellas, we got to get to that point. It is that time. What are your last comments for tonight, Corey?
Last comments for tonight is go check out Bionic Bannock Boys on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook and definitely go over to TikTok. We got a lot of action happening over there. So make sure you go check out what did I say? Bannock Boys?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I meant Tricksters Comedy.
It's just muscle memory, that's all.
It really is. It really is. It was like last week, right? It's totally muscle memory. It's like last week I was mentioning some weird, crazy things, and I kept mentioning Bannock Boys. Okay. Last comments here. I'm gonna say go check out Tricksters Comedy on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Make sure you go over to TikTok, and we got a lot of action going on over there. We post daily, sometimes a couple times a day. But yeah, there's a lot of interaction happening out there. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening on TikTok. So make sure you go like our stuff, and also make sure you go hit up Tricksters on YouTube, because that's where you're going to find all of our content that you're not going to get on TikTok, you're not going to get on Facebook, and you're not going to get that on Instagram. It can only be found on YouTube because YouTube allows longer videos. So you're going to be watching full-on episodes. You're going to be watching lost footage. I have a couple lost footages, man. It's pretty cool, actually. But there's like no sound effects or anything like that, and it's totally unpolished. So I'm actually going to edit them and add the music and the sound effects and things like that. So there's like reservoirs. There's all kinds of real cool stuff that we have, skits that you've never seen before. And yeah, so go check it out, Tricksters Comedy, on the 4 sacred social medias.
Awesome. Keon, over to you.
I just want to say thanks to Clifford, Rio, and Joseph for your comments. So appreciate that. As well as thanks to both Wavell and Corey. They are much more tech savvy than myself. So as I've tried to make comments in the room here, I've not been able to. Not sure why. But also I was at a conference this week, and I was promoting Tricksters, and the response that we get from it is outstanding. This is something that I think that is it's niche. Yes, it is. But I think it's something that is wanted by our Indigenous community. And we do make a point of bridging that gap between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people so that we can have a lot of fun making fun of stereotypes. And that's all we've ever wanted to do. So thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you all for being with us here this time. We'll see you the next time when it is time. However, in the meantime and in between time, that's it. Another edition of Thursday Night Live with Tricksters.